Hello my friends, welcome back. It is episode 32. Nothing works up a thirst like a good old-fashioned siege. Right, before the siege begins, let's take care of the guy behind me, Fox. All right. We'll see if the old T40 can get all these because it's fast. Because it's fast. Right, to the front line with you. I guess this is the nearest frontline airport. Okay, simple moves. This river ensures that there's going to be nothing. Yeah, there's a relatively easy breakpoint here, I mean. Just some conscripts, not very scary. Right, earlier we checked this area and it looked clear. Okay, that's as far as we can go safely. What is up here? If anything. Nothing. Looks clear. Probably nothing there, same as that there was nothing down here. Okay. That is it. I don't think there's any other part of the map on which we have failed to push through. You know, there's an airfield there. And there's an airfield here. I could actually... I've got 3 transports. I could actually scoop my units up in a transport and go up there. These tiles are the kind of places where old Kerensky likes to hide caches. But we'll have to think about caches later because we got a base to break. And at the moment I have no air support with which to scout it. So we'll have to work with what we can see. Looks like this part of the base is going to break quite easily. I mean, that artillery there is totally exposed. There's that 21cm gun. Okay, that looks clear. Just go ahead and shove my way across. Yeah, okay. You're not going to do that, are you? We gotta shove our way across. It's gonna take some effort. Okay, there's nothing down there, so we might as well bring this up. This is fine. This is not easy to actually attack. Oh! Of course, this infantry unit is unprotected, so they're going after it. Wow, that was some... Oh! Huh, interesting. There's a... We just found some equipment. LA5s. They look like they've got good stats. We'll review that after the battle. We found some bombers. I guess it was nothing new. Okay. Is this flight packable? I've always wondered. Transport for this unit requires a different type of airfield. Okay. It is flight packable, but it has to use a it has to use a major airport. These rough tiles are really actually slowing down my units in certain places. Okay, all the boys that are moving have moved. That little suicide rush was actually really useful for me. Let's do a little flyby. Alright, I'm looking at... What am I looking at? That's 15 centimeter, isn't it? Yep. We got a 15 and a 21 centimeter gun. Defense in depth. All the units seem to be positioned actually in reasonable positions. This 76 here on the side seems to be a weak point. Nothing here that can pen my tigers. If they can get in, they would do well here. Okay, strat bombers are available. This anti-aircraft gun is not really much of a threat, but we'll soften it anyway. There's probably another one at this airport. Probably. I'll hold the other strat bomber in reserve. Is he not fighting back because he can't see me? I don't think that they can see this unit. Okay, looks like we're about to make our way in. Yeah, if you had paratroopers or whatever, you could just get landed down here. I'm not a fan of, you know, paradrops and stuff. I know that there's like potential elegant solutions, but I'd rather just use a safe. The old safe and well rehearsed artillery push. Is that a clear tile? No, that's hills. Okay, I'm gonna bomb the pants out of this 21cm gun. It's driving me mad. Okay, there is an anti-aircraft gun, and it's a real one. It's a real boy. You know, I could actually probably get in there. Ironically, with a collection of overruns, I could actually squeeze my way in. I could go here and kill this, and then I could loop around and get this artillery as well while I'm at it. Although it's massively entrenched, so I'd have to soften it. Where do we strike? I think we hit this guy here. And then we crush them down to 4 strength. This then allows this to move in. I need eyes on here. This is where some scout planes would have come in handy. Just to see what's here. Before I do any crazy dives. "10 out of 10 entrenchment. Okay, it looks clear. There's just no getting out of taking some damage off of this thing. I really don't want that tank to be damaged. Seems like no matter what I'm doing, I'm taking some damage off of that artillery. So be it. Goodbye, you wretch. Okay, that's the anti-aircraft gun crippled. IVG, close defense 0. Plenty of infantry left to be scary here. It's just a rough tile. Okay, so these two are protected by this. Soft will never be able to penetrate that armor. Oh, that's the guards. It's quite a dangerous unit. That's just countryside. So we bring this back one space. This is all rough and hills, so in theory nothing should be able to get here. So I can put this here and amp up my defense. Okay, this front line should hold. Good work, IVG. I think this tank here is... Nope, can't pen it. I'm like, I think this tank here is about the only thing that could possibly do any damage to it. Nope. Nope. Go home. Okay, let's see you fight back. Roll. They did nothing! They did nothing to stop my advance. Right. Let's get the units behind my lines moving forward, just in case, just to avoid forgetting them. Yeah, you can't reach the front line, really. Let's go, boys. Okay. Wait there, don't do anything. It's time to start wrecking the place. Seems to me like these guys are up for a little bit of high quality getting surrounded. Can you just dumpster that? See, this guy ignores entrenchment, so he can just move in there and dumpster that. Which is fine. But we don't want to kill it. We actually want to steamroll it. Because only the power of steamroller lets me go through like this. Look at this. Filthy behavior. Just like that. The power of steamroller has let us just walk through the enemy lines. Right, we're not quite done yet. I got a fighter. Oh yeah, good old cavalry. And their glorious weakness to air. How do I break this? Good question. That artillery is just ruthlessly... 15cm guns are just some of the hardest things to deal with in the game. I'd love for this tank to just get in there, as it were. Okay, let's reposition this tank where it's got supplies. Is that a hill? No, that's countryside. As long as that 15cm gun is there, we're not going to have an easy time. We're in, but it's not easy. We're on a timetable here. Yeah, having my tanks in the close combat tile is a super bad idea. Oh well, I guess the tiger is just going to be sat there. Okay. The flavor has been sealed in. You know, moving this here to actually defend would be a great idea, except I don't know if any of these guys have got the capacity to move from their current positions, because this artillery is quite exposed. Although apparently it would have a super bad time attacking these anti-aircraft guns. They must have very high initiative. 14 initiative, yeah. That basically guarantees that they're going to shoot first. Okay, alright, I'm done thinking. Let's go. Okay, they managed to encircle those two units. That's a little bit annoying. Nothing too serious. Right. Time for your super entrenched ass to get out of here. Let's go, motorbikes. And you can't reach anything. But you can chip some entrenchment off of these boys. Right. Hey! Steamroller has been unlocked. This infantry will not go down quietly. They will not go quietly into the night. Man, I really am surprised at how good these anti-tank guns are. Like, these 88s, with their incredible initiative, and the fact that I put the double strike hero on them, they'll actually devour enemy infantry. Despite having only 5 soft attack, which is not a lot. Six entrenchment. Probably could have moved this in first, to be fair. Six minus 1. 6 minus 1. You know I can just steamroll the boy. No minus 1 for you. Nice. Right. Let's find out what's down here. If anything. Just looks like some anti-aircraft guns and some conscripts. Sweet, we'll get that secured. I'm not sure I feel like running up there just yet, because I don't know what's lurking in this area. Could be nothing. Could be things to punish. Punish a player that is a little bit too greedy. If I wanted to, I could just get stuck in. Casualties be damned. This is the battalion that has seen a world of war. This is a battalion that has annihilated, I think, like 18,000 infantry or some insane amount of infantry. 1,800, sorry. 1,900 now, nearly 2,000. Okay. I feel sorry for these anti-aircraft guns, because once you have truly scary strat bombers, anti-aircraft guns don't mean anything anymore. As I said, there comes a point in this game that after a while, dive bombers become less and less effective, generally speaking, and strat bombers start to become amazing. And this is sort of it. Or we're getting there. The only thing is that this dive bomber is doing great because it's got ignores entrenchment. So yeah. Right, let's go ahead and dumpster these. Okay. Pin them in so that they can't recover. That's that dealt with. Let's send the fighter up. So we can explore these areas, this new area. Okay, what do we got over here? Just some infantry. Unentrenched. Since we have no retaliation on this bike, we want to actually attack with the bike first. And the tank. Because otherwise you end up hitting the same units with the artillery. I'm going to do it this way though, because I have the opportunity to steamroll them here, so I'm going to do it. What are the odds that there's anything there? We can explore with this artillery. No, we can't. It can't bloody say. Okay, it's clear. I have this tank here that can just reach an extraordinary distance. I don't want to rush here, and then there's a unit there, and I get stuck in this forest, and then I get attacked. That would be double plus ungood, as they say. Nice. Just what the tiger ordered. Alright, we got one unit base up here and 3 in the forest. I suppose I could just go and... I doubt there's anything down there. And who cares, even if there was. That's a road, so let's be very... Let's be a little bit careful here. Conscripts. Poor conscripts. Oof, why would you do that? He didn't even get a kill. Okay, that's the end of that. Let's go motorbike. Okay, the whole area is clear. So maybe this was like... This was set up as an opportunity for you to drop troops here. But why? I mean, I sort of get it. If you have paratroopers here, you can block here and here. And then, like, here. And this is the river, so... But then you've still got to get across in this area here, and... Yeah, I don't know. Be a... an encirclement would be, you know, obtainable, but a pain in the ass. An obtainable pain in the ass. Also conscripts. Go, boys. I don't know, if I was those conscripts, I'd be pretty scared around about now. Yep, the whole area is clear. Thanks for the loot, boys. Wow, it's just some prestige. Prestigious prestige. Once again, that ignores entrenchment, really helping to enable us to do real damage. Right, that's it. Map's clear. Nothing left. GG. And I think all of my fully repaired units are, all of my self-repairing units are fully repaired. I think we're going to leave this battle with more gear than we actually started with, which is always nice. I don't normally do bonus prestige for turns left, but there's really nothing left to do with my turns left. Glorious! It is under our control, and by extension we have secured a strong position along the western bank of the Don River. As is seemingly customary by now, congratulations on High Command have been prepared with orders for a new deployment. While our Hungarian allies take up position to hold our conquests, you must decide what task your force is best suited to engage in. A smaller, more tactical force has been requested to reinforce a renewed assault against besieged Leningrad. The option to send a much larger force advancing across the vast distances of southern Russia. Historically, the German advance encountered only minimal opposition. This was mostly due to Soviets having exhausted their forces on their own offensives, many of which had led to disasters, such as those at Kharkov. Determined resistance within Voronezh itself caused the battle for the sea to devolve into fierce street fighting. German panzers ill-suited for this form of combat would be delayed by this fighting before finally being relieved by other Axis infantry forces. Okay. Fierce street fighting it was. Hungarian forces left to defend are under attack and requesting immediate aid. While your ground forces are already en route to their next deployment, your aircraft could be sent back. Alright, we're doing another one of these air battles. Another one of these glorious air battles. Let's see how this works out. Just finished coordinating with our Hungarian counterparts. Appears the situation is even more dire. Several Hungarian formations are already cut off and are in need of immediate support. The main body of our army is still busy refitting and redeploying. Remember that we can only deploy our aircraft in the support of this battle. Maintain control. Assist the Hungarians in reclaiming all victory hexes. Destroy 8 Guards bomber squadrons. Phase 1 of our mission is to immediately break the encirclement of these friendly units. They are out of supply and will be helpless. Need to clear out the Soviet air support quickly before we can attack the enemy's encircling ground forces. Phase 2 will be support any surviving Hungarians as they counterattack to push the Soviets back. Be warned that the Soviets have amassed some very powerful aircraft squadrons to support their attacks, and our Hungarian allies are counting on our help. So they are. Hit and run. The inferior brother to No Retaliation. Right. Well, we're up for a deployment episode. This is going to be a weird one. Galland is going to have a fun time here, that is for sure. Oh, these are these ridiculously well armoured dive bombers. Air defense 12. Highly comparable to what I have. $15 and $13. And $14. This unit is actually very good. It's certainly superior to the 109G, although it's more expensive too. Anyway, thoughts for a deployment episode. That is it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.